Hello, today's video is a bit of a repeat. Remember how a couple of weeks ago I made this whole video about cleaning my room and decluttering and getting everything back into an organized state? Well, here's a bit of an update on that. Okay, so how did things get so out of control so fast? I have two main excuses. The first is that I was throwing a bridal shower this weekend, and a lot of the people were actually staying over at our house, so a lot of the work had to be done in secret, prepping gift bags and games and stuff like that. All of that had to be done in my room. And the second excuse is that I spent the majority of this past week sick with a very strange cold. But now the bridal shower is over. Most people are flying out today, and I will be flying to Colorado tomorrow. So before I leave, I want to get this room at least in functional order and declutter my one box worth of items. If you didn't watch the previous decluttering video in this series, I have a rule for myself for every time I come back to Dallas, I have to declutter one box of items. So that's why I need to declutter one box of items. And since a lot of people enjoyed the last video and found inspiration from it, I'm gonna go ahead and film this cleanup and declutter as well. So come along with me. I'm gonna open up my window to bring in some fresh air and just kind of get the sickness out of this room and the stress out of this room. Next, I'm going to make my bed, and you get to watch it from this angle this time. Yay! I'm already having to sit down and take a little break to catch my breath. Just comes with the territory of getting over a cold. Now, the last time I made a video like this, the first thing I did before I even made my bed, I cleaned up all the trash and dirty dishes. This time I wanted to get the window open and I wanted to get my bed made. That's the pattern I was feeling today. And since so much of the stuff on the floor, it's like a mix between trash and things that I will want to keep, what I'm gonna do is put a trash bag and a big empty cardboard box on my bed and just go through everything that's on the floor and just quickly sort it into one of those boxes, either immediately throw away or consider for later. I forgot about this blanket. It was hidden among all the other stuff on the ground. Also, under one of the pillows, I found a pair of glasses I lost a few days ago, so we're already seeing good rewards from this cleanup. Only from watching my own footage that I saw this stuff under here. Come on out. At least this one little section of the room is not too difficult to look at. And then boom, jump scare. I'm taking another break. So it's not great and perfectly clean in here, but it's no longer terrible. Obviously, my bed still has a ton of boxes and a trash bag and all sorts of stuff that needs to be sorted through, and I will be doing that. But I'm winded from all of the movement. And so I'm going to now switch to the declutter part of the video, and I already know what I'm going to be decluttering. Something I've been thinking about for quite a while. Part of my decluttering journey is learning how to recognize when something truly is sentimental versus recognizing when I'm only holding on to something out of fear. And there is one group of items in my life that I have been amassing for quite a long time, and they kind of stress me out, and I really want to get rid of them, but I have this fear of if I let go of these items, I lose the memories. And so I have a bit of a compromise. Today, the items I will be decluttering are years and years of planners. I never thought I would get to this part of my decluttering journey. I thought I would hold these forever. They just take up a ton of space. Their boxes take up a ton of space on my bookshelves, and I really am ready to let these physical items go, but I'm not ready, like I said, to leave behind the memories. So what is my plan for these? Well, in a compromise, in order to declutter, I recluttered a bit by purchasing a 5-year diary. And what this is meant for is to be a record of 5 years of your life. You could go through and write one thing for every single January 1st for the next 5 years, and you do that for every single day. I bought this one specifically so that I could go through all my endless planners, and if there are days that have a significant event or a significant memory listed, then I can just write it down in the planner. Planning in my life has been so haphazard that I don't think I'm gonna run into a situation where I'm gonna have more than 5 events to write about any one specific day of the year. I'm gonna spend the rest of the afternoon condensing down this huge pile of stuff into this one little book. And that is gonna be my declutter. Okay, so as it turns out, going through all your old memories and stuff is actually really emotionally draining. So I was able to get through 3 of them before I decided to stop. And I think this is gonna have to be a longer project than I had planned. Maybe it's just a goal to get through one diary each time I come home or something like that. So because I'm not decluttering all of those planners like I thought I would be today, I'm only going to be able to get rid of 3 of them. I do have to pick a box and fill it up with stuff to declutter, so that's what I'm going to do. It's not the biggest of all my boxes, and it's not the smallest. I feel like it's a totally respectable declutter box. Dang, okay, those 3 planners actually take up a good chunk of the available space, so this shouldn't be too hard, although those might be famous last words. Okay, I have filled up the box. We're going to very quickly go over what was in the box. What's in the box? Okay, first, these made an appearance in my vlog yesterday. These shower steamers. Actually, these really helped me get over my cold, but I've had them for so long that they're starting to disintegrate within the bag. Everything in here is kind of just this congealed mess. So I'm gonna throw this away. These are 2 other fixtures of my shower. I got these from something called the Higa box, which is like this subscription box for cozy items, and they're meant to be these reusable washcloths. This you put soap in and it like gets really foamy and lathery, but I don't know, I just never use them, and they just sit damp forever in my shower. And now that I don't live here anymore, I don't know, I just feel like they're starting to get unhygienic. I've had them for over a year, so I think it's time to throw them away. We have 2 empty Holo Taco boxes. I used to keep these because when I traveled, I used to take tons and tons of nail polish with me. Don't ask me why, because guess who never painted her nails while she was traveling? Me. But I thought I was being so smart by keeping the delivery boxes, because then I could travel with the Holo Taco knowing it was going to be safe, it wouldn't crack
in like a normal makeup bag. And the reason I'm getting rid of 2 of these is because I have 2 others out in Colorado, so I still use this system. I'm talking as if I've outgrown this silliness, but I haven't. I have this kind of set of watercolor paper that I got in Michigan a couple years ago. I've recently gotten back into painting, but I'm kind of right now at the stage where I'm painting small things, like postcard sized watercolors, and so I don't need this huge paper to work with because I'm a little intimidated by it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I have another painter palette that I'm getting rid of, just like I got rid of one in the last declutter video. I don't like this shape. I prefer the ones that are circular, so that's why I'm saying goodbye to this one. Getting rid of some Crayola colored pencils that I never used. Colored pencils just aren't my favorite medium, so like I said, this box has never even been opened, so I'm gonna go ahead and donate it. This is a very simple calculator that I used during my master's program that I no longer need. I have a calculator out in Colorado and it still works, so I'm gonna go ahead and donate this. 2 empty iPhone Apple product packaging things that I've been holding on to for years and years and years, but isn't that the joke, that we can declutter these? We don't need them ever again, so I'm gonna get rid of these. Speaking of, a very dilapidated Apple phone case that no longer fits the model of phone that I have. And finally, this set of watercolors that are kind of stackable. I've had them for years. I don't really like this system with stackable watercolors, and I have tons of other watercolor palettes. Oh, and then of course, the 3 planners as well.
Total, this box only has about 16 items, which I know is not the most, but we're still holding on to our goal of 1 box of decluttered goods. And in reality, this one was kind of hard. I mean, I'm not getting rid of anything that I want. I was able to find 16 items that I was ready to part with, but when I first started the declutter many moons ago, you know, it was a free-for-all. It was like all around my room. There were just items that stressed me out, that I felt just took up space. I'm starting to not have that anymore. I'm starting to feel appreciative of the items that I do have. Granted, I have acquired many items specifically for this bridal shower that I could have decluttered today. Felt like it would be cheating to get rid of that stuff just because it's not exclusively mine. All that stuff belongs to me and the other planners of the party, so I felt like that would be cheating. But yeah, that is my attempt at cleaning my room and decluttering. Kind of went in a different direction than I was expecting. I really thought the majority of this video was going to be me going over my old planners and stuff, but I'm still getting over my cold and I just didn't have the energy for it. It was just too scary of a task. There we go. Wrapping it back into the VEDIO theme. Too spooky, too scary of a task to look over the mistakes of my youth. We're gonna save the rest of that chore for a future version of Wallace. Speaking of future chores that we're saving for ourselves, I do need to at some point take all my dishes down to the downstairs area, to the kitchen, and then obviously I need to break down all the boxes on my bed, but also I need to edit this video and upload it, because if I don't do that, then it's going to be another timer today for VEDIO, and I feel like I kind of already used up that one this week when I was really sick. So I'm gonna have to end the video before kind of the task is done, so you're just gonna have to believe me that it's gonna get done. It probably won't get done today. It'll get done tomorrow before I leave for the airport, but it'll get done. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thank you so much for watching another VEDIO video. Remember, if you like writing, Halloween, or anything in between, feel free to subscribe. I'll see you back here tomorrow for another video. Until then, don't forget to go be happy, go be healthy, and go write. Bye!